Hi guys! Okay, I need to force myself to get through this because I just feel like I just started filming this and I feel like I'm all over the place because there's just so much I want to tell you. I'm just gonna do the one hair fix and then I'm gonna force myself to not touch my hair. It's that feeling it on your neck thing that always gets me. Okay guys, guess what's happening? We are moving to Florida. Can you even believe it? I feel like some of you are not going to be surprised at all. Some of you are going to be very surprised and very confused and all of that. So I'm going to tell you everything and get into it. And honestly, I'm just so happy to finally tell you. Like, I wanted to tell you since day one, but we just had to get like our ducks in a row and sign, seal, delivered, and dot our I's and cross our T's and like, you know, get all of the real life stuff done to make sure this was happening. And guys, it's definitely happening. We sold our house, we bought a new house, and we are just so excited. I just posted the final house tour video like an hour ago, so I am so relieved to just like tell you guys everything. I'm gonna try and do this in chronological order as much as possible of like what's been going on the last few months, so I probably am going to skip around a little bit just since there's so much I want to say. So guys, yes, we are moving to Florida and this all started a couple months ago I think it was in January or February. I posted an Instagram story and I just said like, if you live somewhere warm and you love it and it's a great place to raise a family, where do you live? And I don't even know if anyone answered where we're going, but that's just when it was like, okay, we need to do something. And the whole like situation started. We just feel honestly like so bored here. And we just feel like our everyday life is not anywhere near as much fun as we would like it to be. And the wintertime, honestly, like every year, it just feels longer and longer. And it's just very dark and dreary a lot. Like right now, it's overcast, it's dark, and we just need some sunshine in our life and warmth. And we're so over wintertime, like all of those things. Of course, we still love Michigan. Like the summers here are amazing. We cannot wait to come back and visit family in the summer. We can't wait to come back for holidays. Of course, family's going to come visit us and get a break from the snow and all of that, but just our day-to-day life, like we are not happy and we feel like we could be so much happier somewhere else, you know? So we just cannot wait to be like outside all year long and to not have to bundle up and to not have huge coats and huge boots and the mittens and all of that. We just feel very, very over it. And Forrest like loves being outside in warm weather, hates it in the winter. I know he's only 2, but there are so many reasons, so many pros of living somewhere warm to us and a lot of cons of living somewhere cold, and we just are ready. So I feel like, okay, where do I even start? So a couple months ago, I asked that. I think I just said that on Instagram. And that's when we were just like thinking, what about here? What about there? Like, honestly, I was open to almost anywhere warm. I was like, what about the Carolinas or Georgia or Florida or Arizona? And I haven't even ever been to Arizona, but I was just like open to it. And one day Chad was like, I really think Florida would be great for us, especially Central Florida, just because of that. It's centralized. There's a huge airport. There's things to do in Central Florida. There's things to do, like we could go north, we could go south, we could go to water on either side. And it's a great place to raise a family. So I was sold. I was like, absolutely, let me find an area and a neighborhood. And I found an area that it honestly has so much more than I ever thought anybody had in their everyday life. I don't see us ever being bored. There's just so many fun things to do as a family. And we're just so excited for Forrest and just like swimming and splash pads and being outside all the time. And there's, you know, obviously there's like theme parks and zoos and just so many things for like a little kid. So we are very excited in that aspect. And then we found our house. And we bought our house without ever seeing it in person, you guys, like a single time, without ever seeing the area or any of that, which I know is like insane, but I do my research, you guys. I'm like obsessive with my research, watched every YouTube video on the area, read a ton of stuff, read a bunch of blog posts. I read everything I could possibly find, looked at pictures, a ton of different people's perspectives. And so he and I were extremely confident in it. And then seeing in person, like we loved it even more. So it all worked out, even though that was like a little bit risky for sure. But everyone we worked with was just like very reliable and knowledgeable and had been doing it a long time. And like, we just felt super confident the whole time. So we bought our house like a month before we ever saw it in person. And I went to Miami with my sister I don't know, like 6 weeks ago at this point, something around 6 weeks ago. And so then we drove a couple hours to go see our house after that. Loved it. And it is not done yet. It should be done the end of July. And until about a week ago, we thought it was going to be done the end of June. Like, that's the update I've been given the last couple months. And then they told us they must have been confused and talking about a different house sort of thing, even though we were told that a lot, honestly. So now it's going to be end of July. I just have to like roll with the punches, you know, nothing I can do. So it's going to be fine. We're going to figure it out. But we will be in our new house the end of July. And okay, so I know people are going to ask me if we picked anything out, and we didn't, but I feel like when you guys see it, it's so us. Like, it's a lot of white and blue. The island is navy, and we painted that island. It was navy. But I think I'm gonna like this being a navy island. This house just it has everything that we want. And we cannot wait, you guys. Like, we would rather have a slightly smaller house and an area with a lot more going on, things we can walk to, and just like a ton of activities and things to do. And this house seriously checks off every single box. We're over like having as much space as we have right now. And if we were to stay in Michigan, I mean, I would probably stay in this house for a very long time. But the fact that we're gonna be outside all the time, like, we don't need that workout room that we don't use very often, let's face it. Like, things like that, we just feel like we don't need in a warmer area. And everything just had to be ordered for this house like way far in advance because of the pandemic and everything, and like shipping delays and product delays and all of that throughout like a ton of different industries, but especially the housing industry. They had to order everything like way farther in advance than they've ever had to. But it's totally fine because it's certain things that we probably wouldn't have been able to switch out anyway. Like, there are certain levels, I guess, of house construction, and unless someone has like a multi-million-dollar house, it's not actually like a custom house. Like, if you are working with a builder, it's typically like 3 or 4 options of the light fixtures and certain things like that, and you absolutely have to pick one of them. Like, you can't just pick anything. So especially for light fixtures, a lot of people will pick like the least expensive option so they can switch it out on their own, sort of thing. So I'm not super worried about like hardware and the fixtures and mirrors and all that stuff that we can just switch out on our own very quickly and very easily. There are a couple things I don't love, like the backsplash tile in the kitchen. It's just kind of okay, but we can change that in a couple years if we want to. Like, the vast majority of it, like 99% of it, we absolutely love, and like I would have picked anyway, kind of thing. So it truly worked out so much. Like, love the floor plan. I cannot wait to show it to you guys in person and all of that. And what else can I tell you guys? We sold this house. We listed it only for a week, which was really, really great. And we have officially closed on this house when I post this video. We're about to close. I'm filming this like a week early. We're about to close in a couple of days, so I will have closed when I post this. And we tried to like time things out as much as possible so we wouldn't like not have a house, you know, for as short of amount of time as possible. So if our house was actually done the end of this month, that would have been really, really convenient. But now I think it's going to be like at least 2 weeks, probably 3 weeks without a house. So all that stuff is fine. We'll figure it out. And things like this, like, it's not ever completely smooth, you know, like if you have to move as far as we're moving and you're, you know, having to change so much about your everyday life, obviously not everything is going to line up perfectly. So yes, guys, this is happening, and I'm just so excited to finally share it and tell you and all of that. And I will do a video soon, like showing you pictures and the videos I have and all of that. I'm just waiting for some like actual pictures and videos where it looks so much more like a house. Right now, as I'm filming this, they're putting in the cabinet, so it's seriously just like walls and squares of like cement, and it doesn't really have anything in it yet. So once the cabinets are in and you can sort of like see the vision and what it's going to look like, I will film a video and share all of that, you guys. I just really wanted to like sit down and tell you what's happening, and I cannot wait. Seriously, I cannot wait. Of course, we're like a little bit scared, but at the same time, like if I really want to do something and for whatever reason I'm like intimidated, I just think, what would I tell Forrest? Like if Forrest came to me and said, you know, I'm not really happy where I live and I really think I would be happier somewhere else, like I would tell him he has to do it and he has to go and figure out where he is happy, you know? So I just tell myself what I would tell him. And worst case scenario, like of course we can come back, probably not the same house, but the state of Michigan will always be here. Like we could always come back, but I really think obviously that we're gonna love it and want to be there for a long time. So that is what I've been wanting to tell you for forever. We are moving end of July, and things are happening, you guys. We're on to a whole new chapter of life. Some of you have been with me since like San Francisco days or the first house, so thank you guys so much for coming along this wild ride with me. So many of you have been here since like before Forrest was born, my little baby. And it's just, I don't know, life is crazy, you guys. And just like having so much of it documented to look back on and like show Forrest all of this one day is insane. I love this job. Like I will never ever get sick of this. So thank you guys so much for sitting through this. I feel like hearing me in sit-down videos is just so painful how all over the place it is, but we got through it, you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I cannot wait for all of these new house videos and like decorating and the organizing and all of that. I just cannot wait to have like a blank slate and to, you know, make it how I'm gonna make it. We'll talk about like decorating and all of that. I went to Home Goods the last time we were in Florida, and just like seeing everything in Home Goods there and how bright and colorful it is has me so excited, you guys. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. And if you have any questions or anything that I didn't answer, I'm sorry in advance, but just like write it below and I'll get back to as many of you as possible. So thank you for watching. I will see you guys right here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye.